suggestion.
Spider-Man's at his best when he's a teenager in high school.
No, I can fight it.
Dan Slott is the definitive Spider-Man writer. There's nothing wrong with Humberto Ramos's art. Being married isn't relatable, selling us all to the devil is.
Welcome, or welcome back, to a milestone event in the Panel Pals lore, mate. We have reached the season finale of the manliest Spider-Man cartoon ever made. I'm Skull Ryan.
And I'm Immense Stack. Hello.
And welcome to the final episode of Spider-Man, the new animated series. Mind Games,
Wow.
What did you reckon, pal?
I actually thought this was probably like the strongest episodes out of the entire bunch we've had. For a two-parter, I thought it was pretty good, but even, out of context of the show, still think it's really solid. What about you, mate?
I thought it was very fucking dark.
I mean, it opens with someone getting shot point blank.
Yeah, like an innocent, she's like a security guard or something, but a woman gets her head blown off at the start. Spider-Man's worst nightmare comes true twice. It was, wasn't it? She looked like the Doctor as well. Do you reckon they just modified the model? Because remember the Doctor, I think she may have had the same voice as well.
That sort of thing.
We got a Stan Lee cameo in this episode, but his model don't know if you noticed, his model was literally, the stupid twins from the Flash episode? His model was that, but with like a beard thrown on and a little bit more hair.
No way, dude. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Fucking image.
No, I like how they clearly recorded like just those initial voice lines, because then he never says another word in the show. He just like grunts or just stares blankly.
Yeah.
I thought in the dream world he was almost like a Mephisto in the dream world.
Defo, because he knew more than he should have known. Certainly, it felt like God himself was stepping down to stay. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to get someone to be like Marvel's God, you would get Jack Kirby, but unfortunately, Stan Lee created everything that we know.
But if he's like, you want to kill Craven? I invented Jack Kirby, and
watching Mary Jane die. When I created Mary Jane, I wanted a character. Stan, stop it.
When I invented the color red for Mary Jane.
They had yet another original villain, or villains, I should say. Which I feel like these two twins, I'll tell you one thing that I think could have been done a bit better. These two twins, we've never heard of them before. We don't know anything about them. But these are the people who managed to basically destroy Spider-Man. These randomers out of nowhere. It'd be like in the books if some random mutant walked up one day and was like, I just want to kill Spider-Man. Bam! Got him.
It's like, if they built up to them more, that would have been pretty good, because I do think that they were like honestly the best original creations that they had.
Definitely the most threatening.
But
do you think that's because they weren't copies of other villains? Like how Pterodactyls are the Vultures.
But did you ever get like Ultimate Wonder and Pietro vibes from them?
Oh, absolutely! They were so incesty, dude. It was knocking me sick.
You're just old-fashioned, Scott Ryan. Please.
It's love, Cap. They're in love, but they're brother and sister.
I mean, like the guy was weird though. He kept touching MJ's face, and then he'd touch his sister's face, and then it's like, dude, what do you want?
But dude, they were too pussy to fight Craven themselves. I think Craven come
Craven
out of
just
this looking
too
pretty
strong?
friggin' cool. Is Craven what?
Too strong in the sense of like, they can't control him.
They said his senses are too keen. Like he'd know that they're there before they could get close enough to use the psychic
Spider-Man has
powers on
fucking
him.
spider sense.
I know. I know they
His spider
but they
sense
got him.
tells if someone's in danger.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be him in danger. Just
Yeah,
down the road, someone's about to fall
he's
over.
literally got Mr. Incredible's fucking danger sense.
Sick reference, dude.
He got away. I thought
So then, if this is the Spider-Man from the Raimi movies, is this from when he fought Craven in the Xbox original level of the
yeah,
Spider-Man 1
what
game?
gulag are we talking about
What
here? Like what the
the policeman's like, that was years ago. You two tore up Midtown. It was, okay, so they fought in Midtown years ago. I thought he's only been Spider-Man for 2 years. So what's the deal here? We've apparently got this huge backstory of Craven. You know when we were talking about PS4 Spider-Man and how he's never fought any goblins or Dr. Octopus or Venom. He's literally spent 8 years fighting Electro and the Vulture.
yeah.
Before this cartoon started, it was literally the Green Goblin and Craven took Spider-Man's time.
And then fucking Green Goblin's dead, and then Craven got sent
Yeah,
to the gulag.
to the
It
Gulag.
was just sort of, like petty crime.
And that's when Turbo Jet turns up.
If you think about it, Turbo Jet kickstarts the nightmare of his life unfolding.
You know when they're always on, you know in the Ultimates where they're on about like a superhero arms race, like a genetic
Oh
war
yeah.
where like the weapons are now superpowers. Turbo Jet started that in this universe.
This Nick Fury tries to like hire Turbo Jet for his Ultimates project.
What we were on about like the Sinister Six in this universe the other day and all, weren't we? But the Ultimates would be even wilder. We know the X-Men exist.
Yeah, apparently one mention. Like what's sad to me is that Peter and MJ, especially when he's like wearing the mask, they have
Yeah,
such a good dynamic, but we rarely see it because then like Indy comes into it, and then she takes up most of the love interest like screen time. But
it is
it's like
still
such
wild to me.
wasted potential.
Yeah, because like episode 1 literally ends with them kissing, and you're thinking, oh, so they're back together then. Then they just never commit to it. It all just goes dodgy. It's like Peter just forgets about it, and then when Indy comes into it, he spends most of his time with her.
But even with
But
Indy, it's like it just doesn't add up to what he was acting with like MJ.
yeah, just because they both work at the same place is the only reason he's with Indy.
And then he acts like they're like made because of that, like they're match made in heaven for it.
Yeah, it's because we both work at the same place. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He even says, didn't he? I don't remember what episode, but he says at some point, isn't it better that me and Indy have mutual interests rather than the raw chemistry of Mary Jane? Like, don't you and Mary Jane
Yeah.
have fucking similar interests as well? You've been mates for years.
But also like I think chemistry is more fucking important. Like the thing that actually determines
Yeah.
whether you get along.
Yeah. And, dude, ignoring Peter Parker, Mary Jane in this seems like she's already dating Spider-Man. Like, they're just hanging out on a rooftop, just like he's got his
It's like
hands around the waist.
the
She's
robot
trying
chicken
to.
thing where Lois cheats on Superman, or like with Clark with Superman.
That's how
It's like, wait a
that's how
second.
it's looking, dude. Because it's like, well, she's here trying to get with Peter, but at the same time, she's going on these cute, like, little webby dates with Spider-Man. And it's like, what if, what if she finally got with Peter, broke up with Spider-Man, but then Spider-Man didn't like that? She doesn't know it's the same person yet. So it's like, what if Spidey went and killed Peter?
Dude, it also it sucks how the dream world minus MJ dying is what I think should have happened.
Harry
Like he
Osborn
should
got to
have
be a
picked
hero, didn't he?
well, he should have picked MJ, should have revealed that he's Spidey, and then
Oh yeah,
ignore the dying part. Although
oh
I
yeah,
will say, I know that like she was meant to die because it's a dream thing, but she was facing the side where to the left of her was like the alleyway to the side street. So what she
yeah.
does is instead of going there, she walks forward and behind the dumpster in perfect view of Craven the Hunter.
Mm. And she didn't see
All she
Craven
had to
there
do
at
was
all. No,
turn left.
when Craven steps out and he was literally like just hanging out on the wall. It's like,
Yeah,
why didn't Mary Jane go, "Hey, isn't that guy?" And did
it,
Craven
it
not
is.
see Peter's face?
I mean, I know it's the dream world, but they were still just like pretty stupid sometimes.
Yeah.
I do
Ooh, we
appreciate
did.
though, how we got to see so many reoccurring villains because it's like, oh,
That's what I
I
was just
remember
gonna
that
say.
guy. I remember
I
her.
was
It's like, oh, sick.
I was just gonna say to you, dude, we talk about like what the Sinister Six would look like in this universe. We kind of get it a little bit because we get Pterodax return, Silver Sable comes back, and Mary Jane sees the lizard in like nightmare flashes, which was weird because I don't think she actually saw the lizard in the lizard episode. And I know the Gaines twins didn't see the lizard. So did they just make up a new lizard monster?
Just like they just didn't want to let those hard man hours go to waste.
Yeah, listen, boss, we've got the model for the lizard. Let's just do it.
It would have been funny though, you know when he pushes MJ off at the start?
Yeah.
If he just did like a Gwen Stacy. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for like just the snap.
Snags a dude and too hard. Shit.
I will say the web slinging though in these two episodes was so good. It was actually really impressive.
Yeah, mate. That bit after he beats Pterodax and like the camera pans like over his head for a minute before he jumps off the building. And he has
Oh
a
yeah,
cool little
and when he
swing
goes to
around. I was like,
Craven at
yeah.
the end.
Oh, mate, he was fuming.
But I
The
like
music's like
him a lot as
scary.
well. I'm a sucker for some reason. I love the. They did it in like the Amazing Spider-Man movie with the lizard, but when they sort of just like smash the piano keys,
Yeah,
and they did it here at the very end when he's like web swinging to find Craven, and they just do like
yeah,
that
dude.
big like piano ding all at once. And for
Yeah,
some reason, it always just sort of like tickles part of my brain. He looks sick when he's angry. He's like,
he was.
I'm not letting you sending me to the gulag. He's like, I have different plans.
Oh, mate, pissed off Spidey, dude.
He was gonna
What did you
choke
think
him,
of
but he
What did you think of the fight with Craven? I thought it was cool as hell how it kept cutting to like
it was
you could
sick,
see
dude.
Spider-Man in his blade as he's sprinting to him.
Also, I like how they sort of like tease that, like, oh, is this real? Is he still under the control?
Yeah. When Craven's like, it's been ages since we last fought, and he's like, yeah, 6 hours. And then he just starts
Yeah.
going for him, dude.
I think that like in a sense, it's sad that this was the last episode because they really went all out, and I'm like, if they had a season two with all this quality, I would have like loved it.
This was the best it gets, Defo.
Even just like for the animation was just like on a different level.
Yeah, dude. That explosion at the end, which we've been seeing every episode
Oh
because it's
yeah,
in the intro. Meaning they had all the episodes done before they made the intro, and like it kind of. But that bit of the end where he's like flying away, sick, dude. The damage that Peter gets on his costume too. Like
it
it's
was like
not.
Spider-Man One where he had
Yeah,
the broken lens.
yeah, mate. He's absolutely battered. What did you think then? So the Gaines twins, psychic twins who've been KGB experiments. That's why they don't like Craven, because Craven worked for the KGB and tracked down the parents while they were still in the womb, and that's what gives them their powers.
It was more though.
But
I
like
didn't
I
like
said to
care
you,
about their origin in a sense.
you think you care about it?
No, I didn't like
Did you
care
say?
for the actual story. which was weird. I just sort of thought like that they worked as an original creation, but still wasn't completely interested in them.
The thing again is that their whole villainy is tied to a different villain. Like, it's not like they're trying to get revenge on Spider-Man. They're trying to get revenge on Craven. So, like, the more Craven villains who use Spider-Man rather than being Spider-Man villains.
I do like that part where Peter separates them at the end.
Oh, yeah. And the shit on their own, mate. The second they
Yeah,
get
'cause they're not as
separated,
powerful.
Spidey mashes them up.
Yeah, and then like basically Spidey kills her in a
Yeah, he
sense.
did. This one does not mess around, dude.
I can't
I
believe that,
was,
it's just that's it though. Like that's it. That's the show.
yeah, mate. Could you
He's flipped.
imagine a season 2 of this, dude? He quits at the end, throws it away. I like to think Max is at the bottom of the ocean fuming and he suddenly sees this suitcase float down. He's like, what the hell's in there? Because Electro's also under the water there. But,
He's biding his time.
it's a bit... Obviously, this is the last episode, and I don't know if they knew it would be the last or if they assumed they'd get a season 2 and it was like a cheeky cliffhanger. But
Well, on the
comic...
DVD,
Go on. Yeah.
on the DVD you have like the amazing spider facts. And at the
Oh, yeah.
very end it goes like, is this the end of Spider-Man? Only time will tell. I'm like, well, it sure did.
Oh,
It sure did,
well.
dude.
Because
So, but that sort
comic
of tells me they
Spidey's been
kind
through
of
worse shit than
thought
this.
so.
Sorry, it broke up a bit then.
But it kind of like that amazing Spider-Man fact sort of tells me that they were like half expecting to, make a return in a
Yeah.
season 2, which would have been, I think, pretty cool actually.
Oh, it would have been... We'll, when we're done discussing the episode, we'll go through, like, we'll have a brainstorm of what season 2 could have had in store for us. But as it
Really
stands,
wish it stuck.
this is the saddest ending to a Spidey cartoon. And they're quite infamous for having bad endings, aren't they?
Well, did Spider-Man Unlimited end like a cliffhanger of will they just fucking die?
Yeah, it ended with like the symbiote god or whatever was destroying the planet, and it comes up to be continued, and then it never was. So that's the darker ending, sure, but it's not as like emotional as this.
It just fucking
Spectacular
die.
had a similar. Spectacular had a similar thing where he ends up not being able to be with Gwen, and the Green Goblin's still alive out there somewhere. But even so, at least like he's still out saving the day. This is an absolutely broken Peter Parker, which is weird because in the comics he's been through worse shit than this, and he's always bounced
Or
back.
like
So I
as
can
we
only
were
assume,
saying before though, with the villain stuff, like he has a short rogues gallery list. In a sense, I'm
yeah,
guessing like his inexperience causes these sort of things to be more, um,
more
big
damaging
time.
to him. Yeah,
Yeah,
it weighs on him more because he's not had experience
yeah. Like
enough
this is
to
it.
get
Like
over
this
it
is the
in a sense.
yeah.
Ah,
He
shit, yeah,
hasn't
that's a good
really.
call that.
He's lost Norman, but like Norman was just sort of a dickhead.
Oh yeah,
Also,
true.
can I
He's
just
not
say,
as used to it. Yeah, go for it.
when Harry does like that hero thing and he almost dies?
Yeah.
His hand would have been like, just completely torn off.
Oh, defo,
Like
yeah.
if
I
that
would thought the
giant
same thing.
spine, it would not just graze your hand. Your hand would be off, and like
Yeah, dude. Even if
it'd be
it's not
no. You'll
under
be
it, the sheer force and the weight of the thing would rip your hand off. But he's like,
yeah.
ah, my
Yeah.
wrist. Ah.
Damn, that
Like, come on, man.
really
Maybe
I
that's
like
a
when he's like
hint
trying to
that
go
it's
with the girl,
bullshit.
and then Harry's like, I'm trying to taking care of business here.
Harry again coming in clutch. That bit at the end of episode 1 as well, where he's like, now do you see why I hate Spider-Man?
He's like,
He's
I
like,
do. He even
yes.
I do.
Oh, that bit was sick as well, dude. Where like he's with Indy in hospital, and he goes, he's like watching the telly, and the whole city's turning against Spider-Man after watching him push this girl off a fucking building. And he's like, maybe Spider-Man should go away. And then he goes, but not just yet. And you're like, fuck yeah, go get your revenge, Spider-Man.
I love when he's like about to kill the spider, and then he just stops himself.
Oh yeah, dude. And then he chucks the
Stan
fucking
the man comes
concrete.
in. Yeah, what a fucking throw.
Stan goes and he goes, welcome, true believers and old fans alike.
Our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is a little depressed. You know I invented depression, right?
Uh-oh, Spidey fans. The Gaines twins have had it in for Jonah for years. Better move it,
Honestly,
Spidey.
like, whenever I see
That's
the
a
yellow
Jonah's
narration boxes, I always just hear Stan Lee's voice.
Yeah, it's Stan. Absolutely, dude. You did it right.
It has to be. It just brings me back
Yeah.
to, like, the Spider-Man 2000s game where it's
Oh,
literally
mate.
just the narration box.
Yeah.
Even Shattered Dimensions did
then,
that, which I really loved.
oh, they brought him back for it, didn't it? But then,
That was
dude,
the last one to do
it's
that.
alright when it's like, hey, that happened back in Spidey 249. But then, like, for example, in what one's it? I don't remember the exact issue, but when like the symbiote breaks loose from the Baxter building, and it's like you're in Stan Lee's voice, and he's like, "But it learned how to hate." Like you can't hear Stan Lee saying, talking about how much you fucking hate Spider-Man.
Like, this Stan Lee here sounded a bit more monotone and almost just a bit evil. I couldn't tell if it was, like, acting choice or just Stan didn't wanna be there.
Stan's like fuming that they've got
You
him
know,
as
I
playing a baddie.
invented being busy, and right now I'm fucking busy.
When Peter goes to smash the spider, and Stan comes in, he's like, "Don't you hate it when you get your tongue stuck on the ship?" That's a reference to the upcoming Panel Pals Watch Spectacular Spider-Man.
The marathon, dude.
Oh,
The
dude, it's
marathon
coming.
continues.
Would you have preferred if the Gaines twins, instead of being the twins, had been Mysterio? Because they've got a
But
very Mysterio type of thing going on with all the what is real.
like, but would they have butchered the design? Because, you know, I'd hate to
Probably.
see in the fun facts pit where it goes like, "This design is just a reused, you know, lizard model." It's like, what the fuck? Why? But, yeah,
As
it would
long
have
as
been
it's got
sick.
that. They did use like the fucking Dormammu looking Mysterio, where it's like blue flaming
They
head.
probably would. I feel like they would just make him a bit more edgier.
Ah. We find out Silver Sable's probably fucking dead as well.
Oh,
So
yeah, she hasn't returned.
lucky
Thanks to
you
J.
saw her
Jonah
take a
Jameson,
permanent
the
swim
OG
in the
one.
river. Yeah, it was. I did, and he actually got like a good line in this time. It wasn't just we don't need vigilantes. He actually
Yeah,
kind of
he
helped
actually
Spidey
called.
out. Yeah,
I do think that this Jameson as well is characterized better than most modern Jamesons, where he's just not an asshole 24/7.
oh yeah, dude. He offers like double the money, doesn't he?
Yeah, but
And
like
then when
now
Peter
they kind of
goes,
just do over exaggerations of him.
yeah. Especially, don't get me started on the MCU Jonah Jameson, mate. They've absolutely butchered him. I hate it.
He
But
doesn't even wear pants.
yeah, the adaptions where he is like still, a rational human being. Like in this, he's like, "This is some good work here, Peter. I'll pay you double for this." It's like, whoa, go ahead, Jonah.
Or like the
Not like
Spidey issues I just read of that Vulture thing.
yeah,
Um, Jameson was so shit in that because basically he appears once, and Peter's like, "I didn't get any photos," and Jameson literally screams at him and starts saying like, "You think that your life is more important than photos?" And I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Probably.
He would have died. He said, I would have. He literally goes, like, I would have died. He's like, you think that your life is more important? But that's like, even
Back
Jerry
in,
Conway wrote that. But that's like, come on, dude. That's shit writing.
was this issue, was it 137? Or like around
127. Yeah, and then
127? I
128.
feel like in the early days, Jonah was a bit of a cartoon character. Like, in his first few, where he's like, I only hate Spider-Man because he's a hero and I'm not. That's shit. You know what I mean? But when it's, I prefer it when he's like, because of the mask and he hates, when he's got backstory to him. You know, when like his wife's been killed by a man in a
Oh
mask, so
yeah,
that's why he
yeah.
hates it. That's well cooler. That's more like, remember in the animated series where like it's shown the dude shoot his wife? You can't have Spidey punch a dude, but you can have this masked man blow Joan
Insidious
away.
too. But
You can't say Sinister, but whoa.
I don't get how come the X-Men show had Mr. Sinister? Was it a different broadcast?
Exactly. I've oh, you know what? I have no idea, but it's so stupid. You got Mr. Sinister. It's set in the same world. You've got a crossover episode for Christ's sake. Oh,
You know what
is
always
that
pissed
why?
me off though about the
Maybe
90s
that's
show?
why Kingpin tried to call them the Sinister Six, but Mr. Sinister had like the patent. He had the
It's like an
copyright.
Ultimate Spider-Man where he buys the copyright of Spidey.
Yeah.
What I always hated in the 90s show, it's such a nitpick, but who cares? Uh, you know, like the X-Men crossover?
Yeah.
I hated how they had like all the colors wrong on the X-Men. Like they all look slightly off. And like I think Gambit had was his costume like blue or something, Gambit? I can't remember what they got wrong of Gambit.
It's like the
His
neck
eyes.
thing's blue,
You could
isn't it?
see his eyes as well.
Oh, did they get that wrong? That's like his defining feature.
I'm pretty sure they got his eyes wrong or something like that, and it looks really bad.
Christ. We've got that coming up and all, don't we? We did season one a while ago.
Yeah, I have to finally get Disney Plus again, but I was probably gonna get it anyway because I think Daredevil's going to Marvel Rivals, and it's like, oh, if you have Disney Plus,
Oh
you get a
yeah.
free, recolor. I'm like, fuck yes, I'll do that.
Ooh, is it yellow?
I'm hoping.
Is it the
I
yellow
really hope so.
dude? Oh, come on, please. Sick mate.
They did
I saw that as
classic
well.
Captain America and Magneto.
Ooh.
So I'm really hoping Daredevil gets like a classic, yellow suit with the singlet, the fucking, the,
The red vest.
oh, it's so cool, dude. People like, think sometimes the classic stuff's lame, but it's in reality, it's the coolest shit.
Oh yeah, mate, sick. When yellow Daredevil turns up, you know you're fucked if you're coming crime, dude.
Because
The
he's
shit he
actually
can
still
do in
happy.
them early days. That time he flew a spaceship back to Earth to punch Electro some more. The yellow suit power takes
Because he
on
wasn't like,
Eel, Ox,
endlessly
and Mr.
depressed.
Fear. Yeah.
He had a will to live. As soon as he went to the red suit, you're like, what about if Matt realized, like, that he did? I remember, who wrote it? I can't remember if it was JMD Mateus. Wrote a bit of Daredevil in the 90s, like after he was depressed for the 50th time. And he was going
Yeah,
through like an identity crisis where he was like wearing different costumes.
yeah, he
And the
swaps him.
yellow one was like happy. He was like actually happy in the yellow suit and he was like a
Yeah.
swashbuckler. As soon as he's in the armor though, he's like just miserable.
Yeah, the armor, he's fucking Batman in it.
So he must have realized like, as soon as I switch to this red costume, my life has just been shit. No
Where do
red,
you think then?
no Micah sin.
Oh god. Where do you think this Spidey would have been in season 2 then? Would he have returned?
I feel like he defo would have returned, but I feel like maybe like his inaction would cause him to return. Like his inaction causes a tragedy. He's like, I had my powers and I didn't do anything.
Ooh. That would play on
I
him,
can't remember
dude.
if you said that or not before, but it's been in my head.
It would have to, wouldn't it? Like something would kick off and He'd be like, if I was Spider-Man, I could have stopped this. There's always the
I did
old
like. I think he
tries
said
to
something
quit,
about
can't
him
quit.
knowing Ben Riley.
Oh yeah. I saw like a picture online, didn't I? Sent you someone had edited a screenshot of the show where he was dressed as the Scarlet Spider, and it could have been like because he's chucked his costume now. It could have been he has to go and stop a crime, but he just throws together whatever he can find, like Ben did in his first fight.
But if he
Could
did
have been
like
nice.
actually say like take a break even from Peter Parker's life,
Yeah.
I think it would have been a cool way to like still give us Ben Riley, but not as a clone, and just have it so he's like, I'm Ben Riley and I'm out of town.
Oh yeah, mate. Like he moves away because he's just got to get away from it all. At the end of this episode, Mary Jane does try and like make a move, doesn't she? And he just says, "I can't do this right now." Indy is alive. It just looks like she's not going to wake up.
Which
Harry
is bullshit.
obviously fucking
By the way.
hates Spider-Man again.
Her head
Grim,
should be
actually.
just exploded from
Oh
the
yeah, dude.
fall.
The way he choked her out and pushed her off a building, and then
Yeah,
she's like,
she'd
they're
be
like,
dead.
oh yeah, she's unconscious. No, mate, she'll be there. I wonder why in the obviously grim show where people die all the time, they couldn't just Gwen Stacy her. There is a moment where I thought she died because Mary Jane says like when she goes to visit Peter at the end, she says, "I'm so sorry about Indy." That got me thinking, oh shit, did she die then? Because, she's already seen Peter since it happened. She would have probably said that since, unless she's died in the meantime. But then he talks about her in like the present tense, so it's like, oh, okay, she's still alive. But if Peter did just think,
It
right,
just
fuck
doesn't make
this,
sense.
I'm gone.
He should have died.
The whole city's against Spidey now, so he's going, obviously. He could hit the road as Ben Riley, as you say, if he's trying to get away from his mistakes.
Or the boring but also like happy ending is that he just gets with MJ, takes some time,
Yeah.
gets with MJ, and just lives out a normal life.
What if, dude, he takes up Harry's offer of like Oscorp science shit? The symbiote comes crashing in. How does this link up to Spider-Man 2? Like, between the ending of this episode and the start of Spider-Man 2, he's back as being Spider-Man. So, if this is truly canon to the movie,
Well, I'm guessing like if they actually tried to follow Spidey too, do you reckon they would have done like Doc Ock was a scientist at Oscorp, like the Ultimate Comics? It feels like the most
defo.
convenient way to do like movie synergy for this would be like, oh no, we have a scientist named Otto Octavius, and we call him Doc
That's,
Ock.
that's what the Amazing movies did, wasn't it? They were like, everyone's from Oscorp, every villain comes from Oscorp.
Yeah,
Just shut
it's
down
just the
Oscorp, for
easiest
Christ's sake.
way.
Yeah,
It's just like, oh look, no, there he is. Vulture wings, there he is.
literally. But this Peter dude, if he got that could be what brings him back. He could get the symbiote and be like, "No, this is power."
Oh, dude, 90s law symbiote with this Peter would be a nightmare. Because he's already like strong and powerful and a bit of
Yeah,
a
mate.
like smart ass. So he'd just be like criminals would genuinely piss themselves.
Yeah, dude. In as we say at the end of this, he takes his revenge. He absolutely kills at least the Gaines girl. I assume the dude dies as well when the warehouse explodes, but you don't actually see
Yeah,
like he wasn't as close to the explosion.
but even like if Craven had actually killed MJ, he was going to.
Yeah, so this is a bloodlusted Spider-Man. He will, if you push him too far, he will get you. So this dude
Which
with the
I think it
angry
makes it
black
more
suit.
interesting.
Oh, defo. It's like everyone's got the limit, isn't it? We always say, don't we? Like that time he tried to kill Carnage, and at the last second he was like, "This is wrong. If we kill him, we'll be just like it." So shut up, dude. Carnage eats babies and slaughters innocent by the dozen. Take him down. There's a limit.
But like, if you say like we'll be just like him in reference to Carnage right after Maximum Carnage, then it's like there's no helping you at that point because it's like This just doesn't add up. It just doesn't fucking work, dude.
Have you seen that? You know, whenever people put like the Batman quote, where it's like, "If you kill a killer, the number of killers in the world stays the same," and then everyone just goes, "Then kill 2 killers." Like, you're not just like Carnage, who does not give a shit about anyone and will murder for a second rush.
He's like fucking
Killing
Peter. He
him is
threw a
not the
baby
same.
out of a window for fun.
Yeah. It's like, dude, some people just need shutting up. These Gaines weirdos, even if Craven had ended up dying, they were going to take over the crime scene of New York. Endless suffering there, mate. Put them down.
See, like,
Um,
I like the conflict with Daredevil when Kingpin, because then it's like, well, someone's just gonna take Kingpin's place.
better the devil you know. Daredevil's so fucking cool, dude.
I kind of really want to rewatch the Netflix show again.
Oh, I only recently didn't I? So I'm still buzzing from it,
But
mate.
it's just like,
There's
it's
so
like
much
I got
fun
it.
in it.
Like, yeah, the Born Again was just so disappointing. I need to refresh my
Wow,
mind.
Andy. But they were working with half a shit script, weren't they? So, like, they had
Apparently,
the
they're gonna have an
shit
episode
episode.
in the original like draft of just like Punisher and Echo hanging out. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that?
Why Echo, man? Why did she get her own show? Who actually
But then,
gave a shit?
why would Echo hang out with Punisher? I just don't see that working.
Just so they can sell Funko Pops of them both?
My daughter Kamala has a
Is
Funko
he?
Pop. He's showing a blind man the Funko Pop.
Ah, yes, that smells very nice.
Yeah. Well,
Daredevil,
yeah. That smells like Miss Marvel circa 2023 Disney Plus.
Is that Miss Marvel from the hit movie The Marvel that I smell?
Oh, dude,
Foggy died for
that
this.
episode really made me tired. You know, this reminds me of my daughter Kamala as they're about to get shot in the face. Should have just been the fucking
Um,
Sin Eater and end it there.
yeah, mate. When that trailer dropped and there was a dude with a shotgun in a green mask, I was like, no fucking way. Like we said when we were going through it, I wish they would give all of 616 Spider-Man's cool stories to MCU Daredevil. Remember we saw the picture of him in his black suit and we were like, oh, Daredevil gets the symbiote. Because Matt's such a better character than Peter in the MCU. All of his cool backstory should go to Matt. Oh,
He gets like the rose
apparently,
as well.
yeah, everyone marries Mary Jane. Karen could be as Mary Jane. Daredevil Born Again Season 2 ends with Karen getting home. And she's like, oh, good, Matt, you're home. Are you okay? Your breathing sounds funny. It's Venom with a big DD on his chest.
Yeah.
No way, dude. Apparently, as well, this Peter in the new animated series has had a symbiote the whole time. There's a scene where he's running through an alleyway. Suddenly his costume flashes onto him. Doesn't break his stride. Did you see that bit?
No, what the fuck?
He's like...
It's hard when I'm
I think
writing
it's
down
when
notes like in between.
he's running down the alleyway. And we've had some cool costume changes in the show. Like when the light was flashing in the Lizard episode and it was like comic panels where he was like gearing up.
Oh
Or
yeah,
when
that
he
was sick.
jumps off a building. I think in the Silver Sable one, he jumps off a building as Peter and then swings back into the screen as Spider-Man. In this, they
It's
didn't even
impressive
bother
how
with any
quick he is.
fancy... Yeah. Well, this one, bloody hell, dude. He's literally running and then the suit just flashes onto... I know it's obviously artistic, but it reminded me of a symbiote suddenly wrapping around him.
No, he
And I was
can
like,
just
that's
do
why he's
that
so
actually.
pissed off.
He just sums it up. He just
It was like some shit the Flash would do. It was that quick. And I was like, that's why this Peter's so pissed off all the time, dude. He's got the parasite sucking on him the whole series.
I can't. I can't believe we don't have a season 2.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know, like
dude. What would you have liked to see? Other than
I would
obviously a
have liked.
return.
I honestly wouldn't have mind like what's it called? Like the Ben Riley thing we were talking about, where he just goes off for a bit and has to find.
Yeah.
Like maybe because he didn't tell MJ that he was Spider-Man.
No, no.
Okay, wait. Okay, I'm just gonna spitball right real quick.
Go ahead.
So
Love it.
season 2 is him like doing like the Lost Years things where he just sort of goes around town.
Yeah, open
Um,
road.
and then he the last episode is his return to New York, and then the final scene is the recreation of that one Puma issue from ASM where MJ's like, "I know that you're Spider-Man,"
Oh, sick, dude.
and then it sets
I
up
love
like
that bit.
season 3 where they can like get into like a relationship.
Yeah, mate. While Harry and
That would
Francesca
be
have a baby, and the Hobgoblin wants the baby. Just
taking
adapt all the
care.
200.
Yes,
That's a sick idea, that dude. Speaking of the Lost Years and shit, Stan Lee's character in this gave me kind of Jackal vibes when he first turns up. What villains do you think would have fitted nicely in the show that we didn't end up seeing? Because I think a more low stakes crime type of thing, like Crime Master, might have been good. Because he fights a lot of super threats, but we don't see the Spider-Man actually like. Yeah, he fights the Kingpin, but even Kingpin's got like some FBI super bank vault breaker, whatever.
if we're continuing like with the season 2 thing as like as a potential,
Yeah,
who I
yeah,
want
yeah.
to see for that, I'd want to go really, really like a rough and gruff sort of villain. Um, maybe like I feel like Black Tarantula could be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, mate. The mercenary.
Um, no one would really know him, but I think he would have fit pretty well. Like he's sort of just traveling parts of
Well,
America.
Rocket Racer basically got a episode, so Black Tarantula
Yeah,
certainly did. A more
who
gritty type
else?
of like low level, but also obviously interesting. Maybe someone like Lightmaster, if we
The
go more
Enforcers as
techie, and
well.
the Enforcers would have fit right. That's what I mean. Like if we had a Crime Master episode of a dude actually trying to take in this episode with the Gaines twins, they do mention wanting to take over the New York criminal underworld, but we've not actually seen much of the criminal underworld in the show anyway. It's just been a new week and new threats turned up to fight Spider-Man.
Mate, nothing will top Spectacular Spider-Man in that
No,
sense.
never, dude. That did
They actually
everything spot
nailed it.
on. Yeah. And the different levels of it as well, like the super crime, the normal crime, and like the business crime all merged, all of them coming together at the end in the big gang war between like Doc Ock, Tombstone, and Silvermane.
It was just
Incredible.
classic Silver Age Spidey.
It was perfect, dude.
What would your season 2 be like? Do you think like the Ben Riley thing would work really well, or
I do like that idea,
is there
especially
anyone?
because obviously we can't have him as spat. If we start the episode, if we start the season, sorry, with him witnessing something that he could have done something about. Maybe there's like a murder in the town he's in because he's traveling America, like in the Lost World, in the Lost Years, and he's like, someone should do something about this, but I'm not Spider-Man anymore. But obviously, he gears up. He could wear the Scarlet Spider stuff as a nice reference. Just like find it in a shop. Because if he's not welcome in New York, he'll be like, might take Spider-Man on the road.
You'd be sick, dude. You could like quickly find like the jumper and the spandex thing.
Yeah. You could even do like the
Remember
reason he
like the
comes
other
back to New
villains?
York. Oh yeah, what villains could we have? If we're on the streets, this is the fun thing now. If we're not confined to New York, it's like, who could he bump into?
Do you reckon Tombstone
Uh,
could be like someone he finds like on the outskirts trying to make a name for himself?
ooh. in the PS4 games, Tombstone was like a biker, wasn't he? So he could be like
That's
from
the best
Texas
thing
or
though
some
about
shit.
like the best thing about like Elseworlds and stuff is that you can be creative with like the characters.
Yeah, not all confined to the same city.
Yes, like it's
Puma,
always the fun
dude.
part.
He
Fucking
could. He
Puma,
could.
yes.
I'm Puma. uh, we're in it, dude. We need to sit down and plan this shit out, mate. Could do.
I still think like
Could do
so we
like
got like
a.
Enforcers, Black Tarantula,
He ends up in like LA or
Tombstone.
something. You could have anything, couldn't you? Like LA's
Who was that
basically New
one
York.
that random stunt master from the Daredevil comics? Do you remember Stunt Master?
Yeah, mate. He could fight some Daredevil baddies if he ends up in like San Francisco.
Who did he fight there? I'm trying to remember. Agon was the screamer.
You could have, if he is going through all America, he could theoretically bump back into the Talon.
That could work.
Like, we don't know where she
Should probably
ended up,
like
we just know she moved away.
recognize the makeshift costume.
Yeah. The thing is, it's a very episodic series. There's no, like in Spectacular, yeah, he'll fight a baddie, but at the same time, it's building towards who's the big man and all that. While in this, it is like, except for this last episode, it's all kind of like just random events that have no connection to each other.
Mate, you know who would be fucking awesome?
Go ahead.
He's traveling, and then there's a museum,
Yeah.
and the museum has a new meteorite on display.
Oh.
And, someone wants to take the meteorite for
Someone wants
themselves.
to loot the meteorite, do they?
Fucking Luna, get him involved.
Dude, I can't believe the PS5 game gave Venom the looter's motivation.
He should have been the main Venom.
He's the main bad.
Screw Harry.
Uh,
Screw Harry,
Give me
make
back
him
my
Venom.
son. And Luther's like, I am your son.
It'd be so cool as like like if they're gonna do Rocket Racer in season 1, we could have the looter in season 2. Like, let's be real
We
here.
could have had the Rhino, I suppose. If there's like a military base or some shit, you could have like a military vulture using some weird fucking. I know we've got the pterodax already, but we've had actual fucking vulture instead. Who didn't we see copies of? We didn't see any rhinos except the. No, we didn't see any rhinos. We saw vultures in the pterodax.
We didn't see a
So the
shocker.
actual lizard. True.
We didn't see. I mean, do you count the twins as Mysterio, like you said before, or were they? Because they had like
I
powers as
think
well,
I
where they could
would.
knock Spidey
Yeah,
back. Which I was
yeah, they had like
confused
real
by.
powers to them. We didn't see any Sandman or Hydro Man. So I suppose if we could do it like, how the new Ultimate Universe had their Sandman like trapped at an installation.
Oh yeah, like AIM, the AIM base. Just that's Hickman just doing random shit as well.
The thing that takes Peter back to New York could be a news report that Spider-Man's already returned. And Peter's like, last time I checked, I was Spider-Man. So he has to go back and investigate. Ooh. But then that means we might have the Jackal. Yeah, might be. Might be Chameleon.
Oh yeah, could be. Oh, it could be like the ultimate one, where it's just a random guy who is Spanish but not
Literally just
Spanish at the same time. He's Spanish, and then when you unmask him, doesn't say a single word in the language.
What if instead of that, so we don't have to do the fucking Jackal, Peter instead sees on the news that somehow the Green Goblin's returned.
And it's
Goes
Harry
back, mate.
spiraling?
Ooh. Or it's the
Without,
Hobgoblin, mate. Ooh,
or
shit.
without Peter to, like, keep him in check, he goes into, like, too much of a party mode and falls into the habit, and then,
It's like it's like an Iron Man 2 when he's like wearing the suit to like take a piss and that, but it's Harry in the goblin shit just on a mad bender.
you know, it's still crazy to me that Spectacular Spider-Man's the only one to actually try the Harry drug story of, like, all the things.
Yeah, the one with like the kiddiest art style.
Yeah,
Just
he
the
just
drugs.
casually gets addicted to drugs. It's like, fair enough.
Nice. There is raw potential for like other stories here, so it's a shame it's got cut off. But after this was Spectacular, wasn't it? This was 2003. Spectacular was 2007, I want to say. So maybe
Pretty
it's a
sure.
maybe it's not so bad it stopped there because at least we have a solid season where there's only really like 2 shit episodes.
It's just like, Marvel couldn't, I mean, they'll probably screw it up now, but they couldn't even give us like a comic book continuation.
Literally, dude, that is like the bane of my fucking existence. Is how they just
DC
abandon
does it
these
all the
cool
time.
worlds. Literally, as I said to you before, I've just read through again the Tim Burton Batman 3 thing, Batman 89, where it carries on the story from Returns. Why haven't Marvel cracked down and done like all this Spider-Verse shit, and they still haven't shown us like how Peter saves MJ in the 90s? What this one? So if this one turned up in a Spider-Verse movie, I would go and watch it because I'd be like, well, how's he back? What's he been up to?
And it's
Instead, they
annoying, but then
briefly have
like,
Spectacular talking shit.
yeah, he's out of character as well for the 2 seconds
Yeah,
he actually
that's
talks.
what I mean. Exactly.
Oh, Josh Keaton's back?
Yeah, he's in a game, isn't he?
The arcade game thing that's coming out.
I think
It's
it's.
not
I,
big, but I'll take it.
I think it's a bit weird. Why have they got the dude who voices Electro playing Spider-Man?
He was the definitive Norman Osborn for me, so I'm not sure why he's like playing the hero this time.
Weird, isn't it? Hmm.
I'm just happy that
Yeah,
it's
short.
in some sort of capacity here. It's like it's
Yeah,
not the best thing, but at this point, just take it. It's a W.
he's been trying to come back for a bit, hasn't he? Like he did them Spider
Yeah.
memes. He's always
Oh, the
casting
fucking
other
Spider-Man
Spider-Man stuff.
where
As
he
we said,
actually swears.
he was PS4 Electro, who doesn't even appear in the PS5, and then he dies. So there goes that. Do you reckon he was gutted when he played Spider-Man 2 and realised, oh shit, my character's dead. I can never come back as Electro.
Mate, he's played Electro, Norman Osborn, Iron Man, um,
Peter's dad
uh,
in Friendly
Peter's
Neighborhood.
dad. I kind of want to say Captain America for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, but also,
You
which
know,
is what makes it even cooler. So,
go ahead.
like, how he's in the arcade game.
Yeah.
There's a billboard for Mary Jane, and it's for Secret Hospital.
Haha, sick. What a
And I'm like,
reference,
there's
dude.
no way that Marvel just acknowledged like Secret Hospital. That's insane.
In All New Venom, he was, the one where it's Mary Jane.
Yeah, yeah. Sadly, yes. Yeah.
Venom makes some
Oh,
references to it. It was like it was one of the hints that it was Mary Jane because he like talks about getting home in time to watch Secret Hospital.
in universe, would it just have like reruns all the time,
Must do
or
because
would
she's
it?
a bit busy. She hasn't acted on telly for a bit.
Does I wonder if the
I've got to.
show like got cancelled, or if it's just continuing without her.
Ooh, like well, fucking Grey's Anatomy's been going for like 30 years, hasn't it? So
I kind of wish
I'm looking
Marvel did a
on.
thing where like you could somehow watch the show, like if they did an animation thing.
That'll be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, why I don't
He's
understand
played
why they
Ant
don't do.
Man. He was Ant Man in
Oh yeah,
2017. He was Hal Jordan a few times.
the definitive
He
Hal
was
Jordan.
he was Barry Allen in he was the Flash in something. that I've just scrolled past
Oh
and now
yeah,
can't
yeah,
find
yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah.
I think it was
He
Lego
was.
Marvel or Lego DC. Sorry.
He was. He. I think he was also the Flash in like an animated thing.
Oh, I've just seen that shitty the 2017 Spider-Man where he was Norman Osborn of all people. He was Captain America in What If?
Yeah, I can barely remember that.
Oh, he was
It's just
also
weird to me. Like Marvel
huh,
just goes like, "Hey, you can do this and this, but not
yeah,
this. Not the one that
not
you want."
this.
But
He was also Captain America in X-Men '97.
oh, that is right. He's the definitive Captain America at this point.
Nice.
But also, like there's still Christopher Daniel Barnes that I'm guessing they're just never going to bring back as Spider-Man.
Yeah, what's he up to nowadays, dude? Has he been in anything like? Does he still work? Is he retired? Chris Daniel
I'm not
Barnes.
sure, but it's like it's annoying because he wants to do like the continuation of the '90s show.
Yeah, we all want him to, but this comics fucked us over, hasn't it?
If Marvel just would
Still not
rather not.
mental.
But could you imagine if they brought the show back and it looked like the comic?
Oh shit, dude, I'd be livid. When X-Men '97 come back, that actually gave me hope. I was like, no way, dude. They're paying attention to like the era that I was a child in. This might be my time, but no, give us that shit comic instead. The 2013 Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon is the last time Chris Barnes voiced in a cartoon.
He was like the other
According to
Spider
this,
people, wasn't he?
he was Oh yeah, he was
He was
Electro in
Electro.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Oh, why?
Yeah, and in Spider-Man Unlimited, the game, with the mobile game, he was Electro and Vulture.
So he's also the definitive Electro next to Biff.
He's the definitive Donald Mencken. Because in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game, where Donald Mencken was the chameleon, that
No
was Chris
fucking way.
Barnes.
No way.
No way, dude. He's been Spidey and
You've made
chameleon then. No way.
he makes Chameleon cool. What the fuck?
I don't own a Switch. Does Electro even talk in Ultimate Alliance 3, or does he just like go ha ha when he shoots lightning at you?
Never seen it, but I do want to play it
No.
someday, but I just don't know how because I'm like, it's just not worth buying a Switch for it, is it?
It's just not. No, dude, no.
The first one's always going to be the best one to me.
Oh, always, dude. Second one was dog shit as well. Neil Patrick Harris, let's see what he's voiced recently, if he's still in the voice acting game. Because hearing his raw, pissed off Spider Man was pretty cool.
He does a real. I love how like when he talks to MJ, he makes his voice deeper.
Yeah, he doesn't want to clock it on that it's Peter.
It's such a cool detail.
Gone Gal. Right, the last television Neil Patrick Harris did, not including probably some one-off Family Guy cutaway. He was in Dexter Resurrection this year, so he is
Oh
still
wow.
acting. I'm not seeing any cartoon. He was in some Star Wars cartoon. Well, I think that was the last cartoon.
He
Oh,
was
hang on,
actually
he
a
was
really good
Deadpool
Spidey here.
in
Oh, he's in the
2025.
in the
Yeah,
VR game. Yeah, he's Deadpool.
what the hell? I never expected that. But yeah, there you go.
He's just
So
doing
he's
like a
still
really bad
voicing.
impression of Ryan Reynolds.
Grim.
It does suck how much he's just like synonymous with like Deadpool now. I miss when it was Nolan North as the main one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, phones went a bit mad there. Right, so we have come to the end of another Panel Pal series, dude. We did it. We got through Spider-Man, the new animated series, for the whole series altogether, what would you rank it out of 10?
I think the show is like a solid 6 out of 10, maybe 7 out of 10, but
I'd
just
say
around that
7.
mark.
But yeah. Was there any
It's
problems you
nothing
had
like
with it?
I think the original villains were a bit lame half the time, and
Yeah.
just the whole MJ thing got really annoying after a while. You know, like I think
It's
if they just actually focused on that, it would have been better.
I think looking back at the series as a whole, it's quite funny how they didn't want to use actual comic villains because they didn't want to clash with the movies. But then they ended it with Peter giving up being Spider-Man forever. So why didn't they just fucking use the Vulture and, like, you know, Rocket Racer and shit? If it was never
It was just
canon
like
to begin with.
but it's like there was the minor issues that sort of become glaringly bigger as the show goes on,
The Mary
and
Jane stuff.
it's just annoying, like because he was so stupid half the time. It's like, dude, come on. But then,
Yeah,
like,
mate.
you got like the Peter and Harry dynamic, which is just the best thing ever. It is like actually incredible how good it is.
Yeah, that's the best, like, showing them two have ever had together. The
Honestly, I just
actual
wish they
threat.
kept writing it.
More Harry would have been, like, a
Oh
plus,
yeah,
I
he should have
think,
got
because
more
a
of a
lot of the time
spotlight.
it's just, especially in this last episode, all he really does is like
Taking care of
tries to shag
business.
his bed. Yeah, yeah, and that was it. He was okay in part one where he was like playing the hero, but then you find out that bit never actually happened. So it's like, oh, all right then.
What's your reasoning behind the ranking?
I'd give it a 7. Um, I think I'm okay with like the animation because while some day scenes do look dodgy, the night scenes like make up for it. There was a
Yeah, when
shot
they
in
did
this
the web
episode.
scene, it looks great.
Yeah, when he's got Craven round the neck and he goes goodbye, Craven, and it's like you can see half of him's covered in shadow. You're like, that looks sick, dude. So I'm not too bothered about the animation looking dodgy sometimes. The villains, some of them could have been a bit better. As I've said, all the ones who were just copies of comic villains, we probably should have just used the comic villains. But
It just doesn't make sense
otherwise,
as to why not. I know they had
I
to
know,
do
yeah,
like a lengthy process to get them accepted, but it still feels like you know, just make you should have just tried.
yeah, just put it through air leak. But yeah, I'd say about 7.
Which one was your favorite like episode? What's the highs and the lows?
Favorite, I think, probably these two because we've been saying the whole time how this is like a darker, more mature Spider-Man. Like people die and people get called a bitch and all that shit.
That was crazy,
And
dude. I couldn't believe it. Like, no
and this
way.
episode
I swear
was
way.
very like dark as like this might be the darkest ending to a Spidey cartoon we've ever gonna get. Certainly couldn't see Disney trying to match this.
Disney couldn't ever have a Spider-Man written as well with Harry, like again with the Harry dynamic, but they just couldn't do it again.
Mate,
There's
if
no
this
way.
Harry had become Venom, like Disney loved doing, whoa.
Mate, even just like compare Harry and Peter here to Harry and Peter in the new show, and it's just still like it's just not even close to good.
Wild, dude.
You know, you got
For me,
Harry
top,
in the
I'd
new
put
show
these
saying,
two.
"Go get him, Tiger." What the fuck is that?
Oh, yeah, that's weird as hell, that did. I'd put Mind Game at the top, and I'd probably put Flash Memory at the bottom. What would you do?
Flash memory was pretty shit. Um, yeah, I think that's fair. Honestly, I think that is fair.
Nice.
Um, just yeah, flash memory. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I'm trying to remember like
We never.
much about it.
Ironic, because there's a word memory in the title.
Yeah, it's also just so bleak.
What do you reckon Christina thinks when she sees the entire city turn on Spider Man? Her beloved?
It's just like bouncing back and forth. What if Christina comes back in our season 2?
What if that's why when he sees the report of Spider-Man returning, it's because Christina has taken up the fight. She's got out of the asylum. She's suited up, and she's out
She's the new
fighting
Matty
crime in her
Frank.
lover's name. It's
Like
literally Matty Franklin.
she is. The realization just hit.
So, coming up then, dude, I think we've got, I believe, because we got our comic club stuff doing, I think we're up to Carnage and Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yep, and then are we going to like a different show? We're gonna keep going.
We can indeed, if you like. I'm
What was
down
the
for any
next
of
one
it.
we agreed on? Was it Spectacular or was it
I think
different?
we were gonna do Spectacular. I think either that or season 2 of TAS. But I'm up for anything, dude.
I
We
got
should do
Spectacular on DVD.
we should do the. Oh, nice. I've got a few of them. Like they're in weird volumes, aren't they? We should
Yes,
do
the
another
volumes are
game
stupid.
soon as well. Or we should probably do the Raimi movies, like properly, a proper go at them.
What happened the first time?
Ooh.
I mean, also I've
I
been
say what happened the
meaning to
first
play
time.
Alternate Lines again.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, we'll figure it out. I have been Skull Ryan.
And I've been Emin Stash.
We shall continue to be your friendly neighborhood panel pals.